Then I looked at Volkanizzi and I was like, yo, we should all go to the club, man.
I don't know, man. Didn't both get finished to end their reign? A bit of subtle foreshadowing, perhaps?
I mean, maybe you can say that, but whatever. They're both legends, man. It's whatever. I'm learning from the best at the end of the day. Yo, this fight is crazy. It's rocking. Damn.
Damn. That one really hurt Max.
Damn.
Oh, man, he is unloading.
Oh!
What the heck? Nice. He got away. But for how long?
Man, Max Holloway got this. I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie. I'm nervous.
This guy, Ilya, has nukes for hands. I'm just scared once he...
Oh, my God,
man.
no! Damn!
Yeah, that was bad. Jeez.
Yo!
Two legends. Back-to-back in his first two defenses.
Oh, my goodness.
By way of knockout. He's special, man.
Standard at 145 pounds in 2024.
Let's go make the recap, man.
Yep, that's what I'm going to go do, man. What up? It's Shing. October's already almost over, and we've had a couple dope-ass moments in MMA, so I'm here to recap the whole month to you. Let's get it. So I'll be talking about all the UFC events and the PFL event that happened this month. And for each event, I'll be talking about my favorite fighter on the card, my favorite fight on the card, my fighter of the card, my fighter to keep an eye on, and at the end of everything, I'll talk about my fighter of the month. UFC 307 in Salt Lake City, Utah. It was a cool event. I had a good time. I enjoyed myself. My favorite fighter on the card, I got a couple, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but Alex Petta, Khalil Roundtree, Kevin Holland, and Joaquin Buckley. Like, I literally watched this event to watch those four fighters. But yeah, it's safe to say I wasn't disappointed. I mean, you know, Kevin Holland lost, Khalil Roundtree lost. The Khalil Roundtree, I'm not as, you know, that loss I'm not as disappointed in. The Kevin Holland one sucks because he got injured. But other than that, man, I had a good time, you know. My favorite fight on the card is easily Alex Petta versus Khalil Roundtree. That fight was a war. Them boys was going at it for about 3 rounds, and then Alex just turned on Ultra Instinct mode, and that dude went crazy. He went crazy. It was honestly something to watch, truly. But great fight, amazing fight. It showed to a lot of other people, you know, that what I was saying wasn't cap. Khalil Roundtree, he's been ready for this, you know. He's here. Hopefully he don't end up on the route of like a Steve Erceg or something, you know. He's gonna bounce back and he's gonna prove that he belongs in this division. I hope. Fingers crossed. We'll see. And with that, my fighter of the card, it's gotta be Alex. He showed us that he is him in light heavyweight, and I don't see anybody beating him, honestly. At the moment, I really don't. Unless Magomed Ankalaev just takes him down immediately, there's just nobody that beats him in that division. So, UFC Fight Night, Brandon Royval versus Tatsuya Taira. This took place in the Apex. You know, as much shit as I talk about Apex cards, this one was, you know, it was a pretty decent Apex card. So, let's get straight into it. My favorite fighters on the card are Brandon Royval and Tatsuya Taira, the two main eventers. I'm always interested to see what they do after their next fight, and I'm super interested to see what they do after this fight, and I'm just gonna honestly segue into that being my favorite fight on the card, because honestly it was my favorite fight on the card. It was a 5-round war, honestly. Tatsuya Taira ended up, you know, tiring out towards the end of it. Brandon Royval really showed us why he is a dog, but other than that, you could see that Taira, like, he has the talent to become a champion. So it's only up from here when it comes to Tatsuya Taira. This fight is just gonna make him better, and Brandon Royval is clear and undoubtedly the #1 contender after this next title fight. So we'll see where the flyweight division goes from here, but awesome fight, awesome fighters. I love it, and honestly, I'm just gonna keep segueing into this. Fighter of the card, Brandon Royval, and the fighter to keep an eye on, Tatsuya Taira. These boys just stole the card, if I'm going to be honest with you. These boys stole the entire card to me. Love them both. Can't wait to see what they do from here. And let's move on. Taking place on the same day, we had PFL Super Fights Battle of the Giants. What a long-ass fucking name. In Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. If I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to just get straight into it. The main event was Francis Ngannou versus Renan Ferreira. I hope I didn't butcher his name. I'm sorry, brother. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to be so honest with y'all. My favorite fighter on the card is Francis. My favorite fight on the card was the Francis Ngannou fight. My fighter of the card is Francis Ngannou. And my fighter to keep an eye on is Francis Ngannou. You know, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the promotion or anything, but PFL, I really do try to keep up with it, but they be doing jack shit to make me care about the fucking promotion. Yeah, they gotta do more. I don't know what they gotta do, but they gotta do more. Like UFC Fight Night, Anthony Hernandez versus Michel Petta, back in the Apex. You know, another, you know, solid Apex card. Like I said, as much shit as I talk about Apex cards, you know, you got some decent cards, you got some solid cards, but a majority of them be dog shit. I don't care, but yeah. My favorite fighter on this card is Charles Johnson. He fought Sumadarji. I've really enjoyed his last few fights. It looked like he's been on a resurgence. So, coming into this card, I was really excited to watch this fight. He ends up winning by unanimous decision. So, great for him. Congratulations, and we'll see where he goes on from there. I'm still excited to watch him fight, as always. So, my favorite fight on the card was actually Cameron Smotherman versus Jake Hadley. Cameron Smotherman stepping up on short notice. I love fights like this. He just got signed to the UFC, I think, on the Contender Series. But I love watching fighters that step up, completely dominate. And let me tell you right now, this dog, this dude dominated Jake Hadley. He violated, bro. I think there was like an eye poke some point in the match. But after that, bro just strolled on to an easy decision win. It was awesome to see. And I'm very excited for Cameron Smotherman to continue on. It's gonna be awesome, man. And honestly, I'll just break up the flow for a little bit. I usually do this at the end, but I'll kind of just like conjoin it here because it kind of like relates one and the same. So my fighter to watch is actually gonna be Cameron Smotherman. I'm super excited to see where his career heads out. He's definitely gained a fan in me, so I'm gonna be watching him, man. Yeah, keep going, dude. Salute. And honestly, my fighter of the night is Anthony Hernandez. He defeated Michel Petta by TKO via ground and pound in the 5th round. He absolutely dominated him for literally all 5 rounds. I think, honestly, in the first round, kind of Michel Petta was, kind of like doing his thing, getting his groove. But after that, it was over. This man outclassed, brother. Like, it was bad, man. It was bad. Anthony Hernandez might be the truth, man. He just might be. UFC 308 taking place in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. Amazing card. Great card all around. Honestly, from top to bottom, I did not have a single problem with any fight. I mean, me personally, from what I watched, I was watching it at work, so whatever I was able to watch, I watched most of the cards. So, and from what I watched, like I said, I'm not disappointed. This was up there with 300, in my opinion. Maybe not in terms of like named like talent, but in terms of like excitement and the fights going on, yeah, I'd say it's up there. It was real good. My favorite fighter on the card going into it was 1,000%. I mean, still is Max Blessed Holloway. Still one of my favorites. But I ain't gonna even front. I'm not gonna cap. Ilya Topuria, after this pay-per-view, has become one of my favorite fighters in the UFC. Hands down, man. Hands down. The fucking truth, yo. My favorite fight on the card, 1,000%, was Mateusz Rebecki and Metabak Orabai. These motherfuckers went to war. Oh my god, yo. They went to war. If you haven't watched this fight, man, I'm not gonna even say anything. I'm gonna just show you this. Go watch the fight. Go watch it. This shit went to decision. None of these niggas fucking got finished. Go watch this shit. This shit was elite, bro. Fighter of the card, 1,000%. We gotta give it to my guy, Ilya Topuria. There's nobody at featherweight that beats him, in my opinion. He might be unfucking beatable. If he goes up and whoops Islam Makhachev's ass, which it very well can happen, dog, some uncomfortable conversations might need to be held. But we got a long time before that happens. But yeah, Ilya Topuria, fighter of the card. I'm a fan. I'm so excited to see where he goes next, man, for real. And the fighter to keep an eye on, might have to be Khamzat Chimaev. He might finally get his shot at the gold, man. After his performance against Robert Whittaker, fucking shattering his jaw or something like that, by the way. There's no chance. There's no shot he doesn't get a title shot now. And he might very well beat Dricus du Plessis. If there's anybody that's going to stop and break Khamzat's winning streak, it is Dricus du Plessis. But, guys, we might finally very well be on the verge of Khamzat Chimaev becoming a UFC champion. It's been very long. It's been a long 4 years, but it might finally be happening. Lots of fighters, lots of fights in the month, but there can only be one fighter of the month, and that is, drumroll please, Ilia Topuria! Woo! Honestly speaking, Ilia wasn't gonna just knock out Max Holloway, leave him like this, and not win Fighter of the Month. Like, all due respect to Alex, he has been going crazy all year, filling in for cards, saving cards. But right now, the Fighter of the Month, and he might win my Fighter of the Year personally, is Ilia Topuria. Like, I don't care what you say, beating fucking Volkanovski and Max Holloway back to back is such an incredible feat. It's unfathomable. Ilia Topuria is him. He's definitely him. We might be watching the GOAT. I'm sorry to say it, but we really might be. From here on, we gotta watch, and I will be there firsthand. I will be there. You know, every single pay-per-view this guy fights, I will be watching, because this is a case that we gotta follow, yo. We have to follow this. So that was MMA for the month of October. Let's see what November has to bring us. We got the return of John Jones, the GOAT. We also got Michael Chandler and Charles Oliveira. We got some exciting shit coming up, man. I'm mad excited. Next week is literally UFC Canada. Man, we are lit. We are live. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends, man. Man, this is your boy Shing. I'm out. Bow.